Thank you very much, and good morning to you all. And I would like to start by saying that, at least in the scientific community, it is very trendy to look into integrated ecosystem assessments, and by that provide the science that we need for ecosystem-based management. But to start by saying that science results and knowledge are not created overnight. It takes time, it takes planning, and it takes coordination to create this. And part of this is due to the fact that when we talk about the oceans and the marine science, there is a need for this to be conducted in a transboundary way. It requires cooperation between a number of countries, and often not only the coastal countries. It needs to offset in data and information, which is collated in a coordinated and quality assured way, and it needs to be made openly available to others. And specifically, when we talk about the Arctic, there is a need to include and apply not only natural sciences, but also local knowledge. While science is exploratory in nature, we also need to ensure that we are advancing science questions that respond to societal needs. And for this reason, we as science communities are responsible for engaging with a broader community, including all stakeholders, to ensure that we are producing relevant science. So that when we are asked by policy managers to answer questions, that we can then together pull the best available science and provide scientific advice. So can every scientist do it? Answer to a request for scientific advice? And isn't it so that when you ask one scientist, you get one answer? When you ask another scientist, you get another answer? Yes, in some cases that might be so, but that is also the reason why the following three things are important. You need to establish a scientific advisory framework for the basis for how you are providing the science. You need to peer review your science, and you need for your advisory process to be inclusive, transparent, and documented. And on the basis of this, you can then provide decision makers with the best available evidence for use in their decision to make a sustainable use of our oceans. Ocean resources do not respect political boundaries that humans establish, and both the living and the non-living resources are important components of a healthy and a productive ocean. This is true then when we speak about areas beyond national jurisdiction and biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction, which require specific considerations given that they are the common heritage of humankind. ICES has several decades been working also in these areas, A, B, and J, BB and J, providing data and information products, science and scientific advice and evidence. This relates both to scientific advice to intergovernmental organizations on fishing opportunities on stocks such as cod, haddock, and redfish, and on the location and the protection on vulnerable marine environments from specific human activities such as fisheries. Together with PICES, which is our sister organization in the North Pacific, and the Arctic Council, its working group on the protection of the Arctic marine environment, PAIM, we are producing an integrated ecosystem assessment for the Central Arctic Ocean, looking into issues such as the prospects for fisheries, future fisheries in the Arctic Ocean, and looking into the sensitivity and the vulnerability of the ecosystem to shipping. And we have recently launched our ICES strategic and science plans, where we are further describing our scientific work to ensure the advancement of science and evidence for the future of the oceans that we are aiming for. Science that we in ICES are also ready to share with the global community through our recently acquired UN observer status. And I will make sure that there are some copies of these plans made available to you, but also ask you to have a look at our website to download these. Thank you very much.